Chapter 2.
And then I did something ordinary. I got dressed, and I went outside, because life doesn't stop, and neither would I. I drove to the grocery store, the same grocery store I had walked into 100 times before, head down, shoulders curved inward, hoping nobody would notice me, hoping the cashiers wouldn't whisper to each other the way they always did, hoping I could just get through it invisibly. But today was different. Today I walked through those doors and I held my head high, not because I had anything to prove, but because I finally understood. I never had anything to be ashamed of. I felt their eyes on me, the same cashiers who had laughed before, the same ones whose glances used to make me shrink. But this time, they looked away. I was the one who held the gaze. I was the one who didn't flinch. And in that moment I realized their power over me had only ever existed because I handed it to them. And today I had taken it back. I paid for my things, stood up straight, and walked out like the woman I was always meant to be. Then I stopped for gas. Same station I always used. Same attendant who never had a kind look to offer, who frowned like the world owed him something, who had made me feel small without ever saying a single word. I stepped out of my car, and instead of avoiding his eyes the way I always had, I looked right at him, warmly, steadily, and I said, "Are you having a bad day?" He blinked, caught off guard, like nobody had ever asked him that before, like kindness was a language he had forgotten how to hear. His eyes dropped to the ground, and slowly, quietly, he turned and walked away. And I stood there in the wind at that gas station, and I felt something shift in the atmosphere around me. I had the power. Not the power to hurt. Not the power to dismiss or belittle or make someone feel the way they had made me feel. The power to be unbothered. The power to be kind without being weak. The power to stand in my truth so completely that no one could rattle me anymore. I had spent so long believing that other people's coldness said something about my worth. But it never did. It never had. Bear didn't leave me broken. Bear walked me back. He left me ready to stop waiting for someone else to make me feel worthy, ready to claim the prosperous, joyful, abundant life that had been waiting for me all along, ready to walk into every room, every gas station, every hard and ordinary moment, with my head held high and my heart wide open. They tried to break me. Life tried to break me, and instead, it built me. So, if you are sitting in your own silence right now, if you have lost your person, whether they walked on 2 legs or 4, I want you to know something. That love was real, and it lives in you now. Go to the grocery store. Stop for gas. Walk through every small, ordinary moment of your day, and hold your head high, because you are not who they said you were. You are unbreakable. And today, let's rise together.
I don't know about you, but I needed every single word of that. I am Kristy. Thank you for staying with me. Jenny's story isn't just about losing Bear, though if you've ever loved an animal with your whole heart, you already know that grief is as real as any grief there is. Jenny's story is about what happens in the silence after loss, what happens when everything that made you feel safe is suddenly gone, and you are forced finally to meet yourself. She walked into a grocery store. She stopped for gas. 2 of the most ordinary things a person can do on any given Tuesday, and in those 2 small moments, and she became someone new, not louder, not harder, but unshakable. She chose kindness over bitterness, dignity over defeat, and the universe, the way it always does when we finally get out of our own way, it responded. So I want to ask you something, and I want you to really sit with it. When was the last time you walked into a room with your head held high, not performing confidence, but truly owning your space? Is there a bear in your life, a love, a loss, a silence that is quietly asking you to finally turn inward and find what you've been looking for outside of yourself. And this one is the big one. What would your life look like if you stopped handing your power to the people who never deserved it in the first place? Jenny found her answer at a gas station on an ordinary Tuesday. Yours might be closer than you think. I'm Kristy, and if this story moved you the way it moved me, share it. Because somewhere out there is a woman who needs to hear that she is unbreakable, and today she rises. Today she becomes unbreakable. Remember, every story has its song. Let's start living our own song.